I haven't watched this. It just came up in my feed of sitting sheriff of Michigan interviewed on camera. I presume about the plot in Michigan to kidnap the governor. Let's take a little look see. Let's see what the sheriff thinks. You know what's the voice of the law here?
I spoke with Barry County Sheriff Darleaf, who does say he knows these guys. He, quote, has never had lunch with them or anything like that, but has ran into them at some of these rallies. He said they've always been nice and respectful to him, adding they deserve a fair trial.
Michael and William Null were among the first charged.
Oh, guys, the terrorists were nice to him, so you know, like we should be nice to them, okay? We need to give be nice to them, okay, guys? Like they were only plotting to kill police officers and kidnap the governor and execute her in an unknown location. Um, they're literally terrorists. Um, but we should be they were nice at a rally once, so we should treat them respectfully, okay?
Thursday for their alleged roles in the plot to kidnap Governor Gretchen Whitmer. The brothers from Plainwell and Shelbyville are now charged with providing support for terroristic acts, on top of weapons charges. Their West Michigan homes raided Wednesday night.
Was able to hear them say, FBI, have a warrant for your arrest. Come out with your hands up.
A neighbor of William Null spoke with Fox 17 under the condition of anonymity. They witnessed the raid and were shocked hearing what it was related to.
I had heard that there was a lot of militia people. Their right to do so, but to the extent that we just found out last night, totally surprised about that.
The Null brothers had ties to militia.
Wait. It was their right to do so? Like, clearly she's not talking about just, like, joining a militia. Like, it was their right to plan to kidnap the governor, but, like, don't plan too hard, guys. Don't plan to kidnap the governor too hard. You need to draw your plans in crayon. Then it's more acceptable.
Groups and were frequently seen at local demonstrations, including at this rally in protest of Governor Whitmer's stay-at-home order held last May in Grand Rapids. You can see William Null on stage alongside Barry County Sheriff Dar Leaf, a guest speaker at the event. We spoke with Sheriff Leaf Thursday night.
Well, I haven't read everything up on it. I've got other duties to do. It wasn't our investigation. So I was shocked. I did not see this coming with those guys, but still.
Yeah, who would have thought that the far-right militia members who were angry about gyms being closed and heavily armed and training for months and doing stakeouts were who would have thought people like that would show up to an anti-coronavirus restriction rally? Who would have thought that? It's so weird.
We can't convict them in the news media here. They do have a right to a fair trial.
Leaf says he doesn't know of Null's alleged involvement in the plot and doesn't have any regrets about sharing a stage with him.
Do you have any regrets from being on stage, sharing a stage with a guy who's now being charged in a plot to kidnap the governor?
Well, it's just a charge, and they say a plot to kidnap. And you got to remember that, are they trying to kidnap? Because a lot of people are angry with the governor.
What the fuck? Well, it's just a charge for terrorism, guys. They were just kidnapping. They were just joshing around. What? It's not a real crime if it's just kidnapping. It's just jokes. This whole thing just jokes. They arrested 13 people for jokes. They weren't actually terrorists, guys. You know how the FBI just kind of jokes around about stuff like this and just it's something we'll laugh about later. Some real epic memes from the FBI. The fact that this is a sitting sheriff who's like making excuses for literal terrorists is pretty shocking.
And they want her arrested. So are they trying to arrest, or was it a kidnap attempt? Because you can still, in Michigan, if it's a felony, you can make a felony arrest.
What? So he's saying, oh, maybe these 13 far-right conspirators who were aspiring to terrorism. Maybe they weren't trying to kidnap the governor. They were actually organizing a citizen's arrest, a very elaborate citizen's arrest in which they were going to kill police officers and target police stations and target individual police officers at their homes. Maybe it was just a very elaborate citizen's arrest, okay? Holy shit. These guys are trying to kill people like this absolute buffoon.
And I think it's MCL 764.4 or something like that, .5, somewhere around there. And it doesn't say if you're an elected office that you're exempt from that arrest. So I have to look at it from that angle, and I'm hoping that's more what it is. In fact, these guys are innocent until proven guilty, so I'm not even sure if they had any part in it.
If these guys were brown, this guy would be calling for them to be shot by executioner like a firing squad, okay? Like, if these guys were brown, if one of them had shouted at some point during their arrest about praise be to Allah or something like that, he would be calling for them to be black bagged and interrogated at Guantanamo until they died. Okay, this guy is absolutely insane, and he's the head of law enforcement in his community. Again, just another example of why a lot of people say ACAB, because even in the face of very obvious terrorism charges, this guy will go to bat for white nationalist terrorists. But at the same time, he will probably, if asked, defend the actions of cops who just indiscriminately murder black people in their homes, who are also innocent of crimes. He will do both those things. Insane, absolutely wild. I'm glad we watched this. This was a good meme. This was a good meme, guys.